Next big story, NFL free agency begins this week with the negotiation window starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. local time. Players can put their John Hancock on the dotted line come Wednesday. The 49ers are expected to be very active, but news is already starting to leak out. According to the NFL Network, Kyle Juszczyk is re-signing with San Francisco for reportedly a 5-year deal worth $27 million. He's 29 years old, and it's a Swiss Army knife in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Now, outside of Juszczyk, the 49ers' biggest concern during free agency is left tackle Trent Williams, who is regarded as the highest profile free agent on the market right now. Complicating the entire process is the reduction of the salary cap because of the pandemic, set now at $182.5 million, which is almost $16 million less than last year. Before the Juszczyk deal, 49ers roughly $31 million under that cap. Some of that will get eaten up by the 12th overall pick in the draft. Joining us now is Cam Inman, beat writer for the Bay Area News Group. Cam, where are you right now?
I am in Concord because my daughter's we're at halftime of my daughter's soccer game. First game in a year. It's going okay so far. We're 1-1 at the half, but let's get to more pressing matters.
Yeah.
Dennis. Let's get to the
49ers
and NFL
she's
free
back on the field, which counts.
Yeah.
Talking about the free
Absolutely.
agency period tomorrow, how did the reduced salary cap impact the 49ers' decisions leading up to this free agency deadline tomorrow?
Yeah, it made every NFL team a little bit more of a tight crunch. But, the 49ers have managed their cap really well over the last few years. So they don't have any of these tough decisions that like a lot of teams around the league are making, letting star veterans go. The 49ers, their biggest question mark going into free agency was whether they wanted to do anything to Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, which was $25 million. But they entered free agency pretty much with the 10th best salary cap room. So they are not in as bad of a shape. They can do some signings of their own guys that they usually like to do, maybe get one or two guys off the market. The interesting thing about this market, Dennis, will be some of these veterans that think that they deserve a lot of money, know that there's not a lot out there because of the cap this year. So they may want a 1-year prove-it deal on a contender like the 49ers and then try to cash in a year from now.
I suppose the biggest name listed on free agency is number one, Trent Williams. Will Trent Williams even test free agency?
I would not be surprised if he does. And the main reason is because when he restructured his contract, he did it in a way where the 49ers couldn't tender him the franchise tag, meaning he wanted to know what his worth would be on the free agent market. So as healthy of an offer as the Niners can present, I'm sure that temptation is there where he wants to see what he could command as the top left tackle on the market. For the first time in his life as a free agent, I think a lot of guys think that way too. The Niners want athletic offensive linemen for the outside zone scheme. They have some in-house options that aren't too sexy, obviously. They had Justin School, Mike McGlinchey, Sean Coleman, maybe tried Daniel Brunskill again, Colton McKivitz. So the Niners cupboard isn't totally bare if they don't find anybody. But again, circle back in a month and you'll have the NFL draft. They could have one of the top 2 offensive tackles in the draft. So there are options if Trent Williams leaves, but I think obviously everybody wants that to work out, and I think it will work out.
Cam, you're talking about in-house options. Is Joe Staley an in-house option?
Okay, so to catch everybody up, there were some wild tweets being sent in 49er Twitterverse on Saturday night. Joe Staley contributed to that with some cryptic tweets that made people think that he was coming back. Saying how great of a night it was. He put a Gucci Mane verse out there about him coming back. What a great feeling it is. So I reached out to Joe today and said, hey, what's up with the tweets? Because he deleted them since. And I figured he was just playing along, and he confirmed that he was just trying to stir the pot, had a little fun. And he is not planning to come back.
So what's the word on Jimmy Garoppolo? We were having a debate in the sports department, Sam Darnold or Jimmy Garoppolo. Obviously, a trade would have to be consummated, but the 49ers had the capital, the 12th overall pick, 43rd pick. What's the word on Jimmy G?
Well, I don't think there should be any debate whether it's between Jimmy Garoppolo and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, to me, he would be a nice guy to compete for a backup role behind Jimmy. It'd be great insurance to have. But if the Jets are trying to unload this guy, if he fits Kyle Shanahan's system so well, why wouldn't the Jets keep him? Because they're implementing Kyle Shanahan's system in New York. Jimmy Garoppolo is their quarterback. I haven't moved off of that for months. I've said that he's going to come back. The only way he's not their quarterback, in my opinion, Dennis, is if they can swing a deal for Deshaun Watson. That's not going to put the franchise in too much predicament over the next few years in terms of losing draft picks. So it's all Jimmy G. If you can get Darnold for maybe a second or third round pick as a backup, go for it. But it's the Jimmy G show for going into training camp, I believe.
Kim, appreciate it. Get back to the soccer game. It's great to have high school sports back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Enjoy it. Thanks.